Kelly, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to make it to pick up Megan this afternoon. Can you go?
Why not? It's your turn, right? You can't just suddenly do this to me. I've already told my boss I can stay late tonight. I've got loads of deadlines looming. Today was the day to get on top of things here.
I'm really sorry. Something has come up at the factory. I'm the only one who can deal with it. The guy who usually fixes these kinds of things is away on sick leave. Can you go? Tell your boss you'll do it tomorrow?
It's easy for you to say. I have a whole team here relying on me. You'll have to figure something out. Call a cab? Dunno, it's your turn. You think of something.
You're the only one I can ask. Surely your team won't mind if you tell them it's your kid. Say she's got a fever or something.
Did you call your mother? She will help, won't she?
I thought about it, but it takes over an hour from their house. And in evening traffic, it might take longer. She'll say no. She's always got a convenient excuse. Last time, she said she had to help her friend move a dialysis machine up 6 flights of stairs because it was too big to take in the elevator. The time before that, it was assisting in an exorcism. How about your mom? Sometimes she's nowhere to be found. I did think of her, you know. I'm not a total idiot. I called her, but she didn't answer.
She's off on some religious retreat in the mountains. She's not even in town at the moment. I told you that.
Really? Is that the one where they all get naked and rub blue crystals all over their bodies? Or the one where they all get naked and reenact the Battle of Stalingrad?
The first one. And yes, the guru is in town and they've all gone up there for a week of naked yoga. Naked Pilates, naked lawn bowls. I think she drove up there naked too. Dad went last time but said he drew the line at naked dancing.
Gross. If only your dad still had his license. So what are we going to do? Can't you think of something? I just can't get out of this today. The boss has been on me a lot lately.
We? There is no we in this conversation. It's your turn. You'll just have to think of something.
There's no one to ask and I don't have enough money for a taxi.
Oh, okay, I'll go. Somehow you knew I'd cave, right? You are really putting me in a difficult position.
Really? Thank you. I owe you one. I'll tell the boss.
You owe me more than one. How many times have you done this? It's not fair to Megan or me. I can't just pack up and leave so easily. I can't break promises to my colleagues. You really need to stop this.
I know. I hate the way this happens. My boss doesn't give a damn about families. I asked him about work-life balance and he just gave me a blank stare and said, get back to work. But men and women are different, right? If I told my boss I needed to leave early to pick up my daughter, he'd tell me to get my wife to do it. It's women's work.
What?
No, that's what my boss would say. I don't think like that.
Well, yeah, maybe there are such old-fashioned people out there, but Megan is our daughter. It's the responsibility of both parents, right? Not just the mother. As it is, I have to apologize to my workmates, and I agreed to head in early tomorrow morning to make up for leaving early today. Luckily, they are all a nice and understanding bunch. Not like that dickhead you work for.
Yeah.
I'm begging you, please don't do this again, okay? You've got to make good on your promises.
I know. I'll try. Sorry. I don't plan for this to happen, you know. But it's not fair on you. I'll try, okay?
Right. If you understand, that's okay, I guess. The alternative is for one of us to stay at home until Megan is old enough to take the bus.
You know we can't afford that.
Oh, speaking of work, the boss is sending me to Memphis.
What? When? For how long?
Next month, he said. He wants me to cover the air pollution problems in the city. I could be away for a week.
A week?
That's what he said. There's a big environmental conference on, and I need to be there to get the real story. But I told him my family won't be able to handle me being away for a whole week. Will you?
Next month? For a week? Yeah, we'll be fine without you. It'll be great. Just Megan and me. We can have a camp out or something.
Really? You don't mind?
Yeah, no worries. We'll be fine.
Thanks. I'll tell the boss now. Are you really sure you'll be okay?
Yes. Stop worrying.
It's just that you haven't been all that reliable in the past.
For God's sake, woman. We will be fine. How hard can it be? Drop off and pick up, right? Heat up breakfast and dinner. If we run into any trouble, I'll get Mom to come and stay.
Maybe you should ask her to come anyway. She's good with Megan, and you can ask her to cook a few meals. So, I'll let the boss know I'm available.
That's what I'm here for.
I've never been away for a week before. I worry like crazy when it's just overnight. I've never been away from Megan for that long.
Leave it to me. You've always done the lion's share of the housework and baby minding, but I am capable of doing it all too, you know. It'll be easy. A piece of cake.
Yeah.
And you've been away loads of times in the past. Did the house burn down? Did Megan fall down a well?
Well, no, but...
So you don't trust me? Is that what you're saying?
Today, for example, makes me worry. You suddenly can't pick Megan up from school. What else am I supposed to think?
Yeah, but next month we'll be fine. Just leave it to me. I'll tell my boss now that I'll be leaving on time when you are away. If I tell him early, he'll be less inclined to be a pain in the ass about it.
Please do.
Right.
I'll tell my boss I can go to Memphis and be there all week then.
Yeah, do that. Don't forget to pick Megan up. I'll be home about 8:30.
Okay, I'll get dinner ready. Don't work too late. See you at home. I'm leaving for Memphis. Make sure the house is in one piece when I get back.
Yeah. Have a good time. Drive safely.
Megan doesn't have anything special on this week. Just don't forget to drop her off and pick her up. And feed her. And make sure she washes her hair every second day. And don't let her stay up too late. And no devices. I bought those fish finger dinners she likes. They're in the freezer. And I made a big batch of chili con carne and froze it for you.
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
And I did all the washing.
Thanks.
I'm worried about you having to suddenly work overtime, though.
No, it's all taken care of. I told them I wouldn't be able to work past knock-off time this week. While you are away, I'm clocking out at 5:30 on the dot. And I've picked her up this month every time I was supposed to, right? I haven't missed a single time.
Yeah, but that goes without saying.
Yeah, but still.
No, it's been a great help. I've been able to concentrate and work the past month. Thanks.
See? If I put my mind to it, I can get stuff done. Now off you go. Keep your eyes on the road, not your phone.
Oh, and one more thing. Make sure Megan does her homework before bed. Help her do it. She's been failing math recently.
No problem. It's only second grade math. I think I can manage.
I think that's everything. I'm not forgetting anything, am I?
You worry too much. We are going to have a blast. Go on, try and enjoy.
Just make sure you don't have to suddenly put in overtime. Megan has to be priority number 1.
It's okay. I've told the boss. It's written in red on my time card just in case. We'll call you if we need you.
Oh, and don't forget to feed Mr. Pickles.
We won't. Megan feeds him every day. And I won't let her forget. Nothing has changed there. Sometimes I think she loves that bird more than her father. Get going. Hey, if you have a moment before you come back, can you pick up some cupcakes from Muddy's? Ever since you brought some back last time, they haven't been far from my mind.
Yeah, okay. If I have a moment on the last day. If you need help with anything, just call my mom, okay? She's closer than your mom, and she's always willing to help. She texted me this morning saying she'll be home this week and you shouldn't hesitate to ask.
All right. Jeez, that's enough. I got it. You'll worry yourself sick. Get going. Call and let us know when you arrive safely. You've got your mace, right? Memphis is pretty dangerous, especially after dark.
Now who's worrying too much?
Yeah, I guess we both are.
Right. See you in a week. Megan, how are you? Daddy said he'd taken you to the doctor after school today. Just a little sniffle? How's it going there with Daddy? I'm worried about you, so text me when you see this, okay? Mommy's working hard, but I'll be back in a couple of days. Mommy! You're awake? How are you? Daddy just told me you were asleep. Is everything okay?
Yep, fine. We have mac and cheese for dinner, then watch the Disney Channel for a while. Daddy said I could have ice cream.
Okay, that's good. I'll be home as soon as I can, okay?
Okay.
As long as you don't have a bad cough. There's a lot of that going around at the moment. Just get lots of rest and eat as much ice cream as you want. Just while you feel bad, though. So you don't have a fever anymore?
Nope. I feel fine.
Great. Mommy's so happy to hear that. Oh, sorry to make you type when you aren't feeling the best.
It's okay, Mommy.
Just text me if you want to chat. I'm not that busy, really. Just driving around with the station photographer, talking to a few famous people. I saw some nice horses.
I'm sleepy, Mommy.
Okay, good night. I'll text you tomorrow. Be good for Daddy and don't forget to feed Mr. Pickles. Bye.
Mommy, wait. Mr. Pickles is lying at the bottom of his cage. He looks dead.
What?
I was watching him on his little swing, and then he fell off. His feet are sticking up.
Where's your father?
Sorry for lying.
Lying? About what? Where is your father?
He hasn't come home from work yet. I think he's really busy. And Mommy, I don't really have a cold. I'm not really sick.
What the? How long has he been gone?
About 3 days? I don't know. Maybe.
3 days? But he texted me this afternoon saying you were at home sleeping. And you just said you watched the Disney Channel together.
Sorry, I was lying.
Why would you lie? Don't ever lie to your mother.
I didn't want Daddy to get in trouble. What should I do? Mr. Pickles is shaking his legs now. I poked him with a pencil, but I think he's dying. He's shaking so hard, I think he might hurt his wings. Should I take him to the vet?
Just hang on. I can't call right now. We are moving through tunnels, so Mommy's phone won't work properly. I'll call Grandma as soon as I can. I'll ask her to come and stay with you, okay? She'll know what to do with Mr. Pickles, too. I'll call you two as soon as I can.
Okay, Mommy.
I'm sorry about this, Megan. Be a good girl for a bit longer, okay? Grandma will be there soon. Just hang in there, okay?
I'm sorry, Kelly. I'm really deeply, truly sorry. I was wrong. I messed up. Just please come home, will you? Please. How long are you going to stay there? Enough's enough. I get it. I really messed up this time. But you've been gone over a week. Come home already.
There's no way in hell we are going back there. What makes you think we want to?
I'll break up with the woman I'm seeing. I promise. I'll tell her it's over. I'll never see her again.
Really?
Yes, really. Give me another chance. Come on, Kelly. Megan needs her father.
You've got to be joking. After what you did? Dream on. Megan needs a father, yes, but not some loser who leaves her alone for days on end.
I'm begging you. Just give me one last chance. I don't plan on divorcing you. I never did. The thought never crossed my mind. You're a great wife and mother. Just come back and everything will be fine.
If you didn't have any intention of getting divorced, why did you cheat on me? It doesn't make any sense. All we are to you is a family when it suits you. Wife and child at home when you feel like playing dad, but the rest of the time you just do as you please. That's not how it should be. And that's not how it's going to be. We don't need you. Do you really understand the full gravity of what you did?
Yes, really. Give me another chance. Come on, Kelly. Megan needs her father.
You didn't have to do anything outside the normal schedule. And yet you went off with your skank for days. What kind of person does that? You made her lie to me about being sick to cover for you. You told me you'd taken her to the hospital. How could you make her go through something like that? You're a psychopath. Only someone without emotions could do that sort of thing. It was all lies. That poor girl still loves her dad, so she was worried you'd get in trouble. But when the bird started to have convulsions, she gave in and texted me. Do you really think that is something I'm going to forgive and forget? There's no way we are going back. Ever.
I don't expect you to forget it. But maybe you could forgive me one day. But I really regret what happened. I was an idiot.
It's too late for regrets now. You just regret it didn't go as you wanted it. You would have been happy to have it continue. Regretting getting caught and regretting doing it aren't the same thing.
You tore all that's important. I realize that now. I'll do anything to get you back.
If we were so important, you wouldn't have messed around, would you? I don't even care about the other woman. What hurts the most is how you thought it was okay to leave Megan on her own. You didn't give any thought to how she would feel. Why did you leave her alone? Can you imagine the panic she must have felt? Her mom is away. Her father is nowhere to be found. She knew we would fight about it, so she lied to try and avoid it. She's more of an adult than you.
I tried to ask my mom, but she was busy.
No, that's not what happened. I asked her and she said you never contacted her. It's not in her interest to lie about something like that.
Yeah, right. Yes. She seemed busy, so I couldn't ask her.
Didn't you think you'd be found out if you just didn't come home? Megan is only a child, but she is perfectly capable of texting her mother. If that damn bird hadn't started having a seizure, she might not have texted me at all.
No, that's not it.
You didn't want your mother to know what was happening.
That's not it.
You could have asked my mother to come and look after Megan. I told you to do exactly that. She was closer. She even offered to stay for the week. You assured me everything would be fine. You said I worry too much and that you and Megan would have a great time together. You had options, but what did you do? Nothing. Did you know it's illegal in some states to do that? If we lived in Illinois, you would have broken the law. Not just the laws of common sense, but the actual state law.
She's 7, so I thought she'd be okay on her own for a while.
Not for days! The longest I've ever left her on her own was about an hour when I took my mother to hospital. And you called school and lied to say she was sick so you didn't have to pick her up. How selfish can you be? It's so ridiculous. Nobody would ever believe someone could be so thoughtless. There's no other way to say it. You are just a selfish pig. I can't let you see Megan again.
I'm sorry.
It's too late for apologies. I can't ever forgive you.
But I confessed everything. I showed you my phone records and deleted them in front of you. I told you about her. I haven't spoken to her since. I never will. I promise. All I can do is apologize. Can't we just start again? Can you at least acknowledge the fact that I showed remorse? I told you everything. I was being sincere. I didn't tell any more lies.
The reason I saw what was in your cell phone is because I took it from you. You weren't going to give that information up willingly, and you know it. Where's the sincerity in that?
Everything was happening so fast. I didn't know what was going on. I was confused. But I told you everything in the end. Right? No more lies, Kelly. I promise.
But you made Megan. How do you think she felt being torn between lying to me and lying for you? That kind of thing can be mentally scarring for children. We always taught her that lying was wrong and you should always tell the truth. And there you were asking her to tell lies. To her mother! And you're lying to her too. Daddy has to work, but don't tell Mommy he's not at home. You're a monster. When I called, you told me she had a cold and couldn't come to the phone. I can't believe a word you say.
She's a smart kid. I knew she would be okay on her own for a while. And I was right, wasn't I? Nothing happened. She was fine. We would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that damn bird.
Nothing happened. You were just lucky. What if she'd fallen or cut her finger or something? She's only 7. It's unconscionable that you would leave her for days on her own. When I told my parents, they were shocked. My father was about to drive over there and teach you a lesson. Megan heard him and calmed him down. You owe it to your daughter for trying to protect you again.
I'll never do it again. I promise. I'm so sorry. I wasn't even serious about the woman. It meant nothing.
That makes me even angrier. You'd risk destroying your marriage and family for something that doesn't mean a thing? You left your 7-year-old daughter alone for days because of a woman that didn't mean anything. What kind of piece of crap does that? You left Megan all alone. Do you have any idea, even just a tiny notion, of how dangerous that was? She was scared, so she left all the lights on.
So, if Megan forgives me, will you give it one last try?
This has nothing to do with whether she forgives you or not. That's between you two. I'm not living with a scumbag who leaves his daughter alone and goes off with some tramp.
She's not a tramp, she's a bank manager.
I don't give a damn! She's a homewrecker and a tramp.
I can't go through with divorce. I don't want to. I work hard every day for you two. You are everything to me. You're the reason I get up in the morning. If I can't share my life with you, I don't know if I can go on.
That's not how it seemed when you were off with some woman and Megan was at home. I can't trust anything you say. This was the final nail in a very long coffin. It's true some people stay together for the children, but I don't think it would work in our case. I have lost all trust in you. Anytime you were supposed to be looking after Megan, I would be going crazy worrying if you were actually with her or not. In the end, I wouldn't be able to focus on work and would be forever calling and making sure she was okay and not left on her own again by her deadbeat father. A kid raised in that environment might grow up with psychological problems. I won't let that happen to Megan. I have more than enough reasons to get divorced. This is just the last in a long line of things.
I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. I mean it this time. I've never regretted something this much before. I swear this isn't like the last times. I'll take Megan to school. I'll pick her up every day, I promise. I'll never be late. I'll be early. I'll always be waiting outside the school. On time, every day. No more excuses. I'll do housework. I'll cook and clean. It's not fair to expect you to do it all. I realize that now. Give me a chance to show you. I can fold towels and sew on buttons. Please. What do you say? Hello? I'll learn to cook. Everything is on YouTube these days. I'll do everything. Just one more chance.
You've had so many last chances I've lost count. You were cheating on me when you suddenly couldn't pick Megan up too. It was all lies. All of it. I can never believe a word you say. You seem to lie for no reason at all. You lie even when the truth would make more sense.
I'll do whatever you say. You say jump and I say how high. I'm dead serious this time. I've reflected on what I did and asked the Lord for forgiveness.
And? What did the Lord say?
He granted forgiveness.
Huh. I'm not so easily swayed. I will never let you near her again. You couldn't be trusted last time, and the hundreds of times before that. We spoke a few more times after that, via text and, of course, on the phone. He finally gave up trying and agreed to a divorce. It took forever to get him to give up. In the end, my parents and even his parents joined me in trying to convince him I wouldn't let him have another chance. It was bad enough him cheating and lying, but what he did with our daughter left everyone speechless. But in the end, the divorce was finalized, and of course, I was granted full custody of Megan. This country of ours sometimes does some insane things, but at least in our case, the law was on my side. So Alex is now living on his own in the condo we bought together. Apparently, he's having a rough time at work, too. The day Megan told me he was missing, I called his office. When they heard he wasn't at home with a sick child like he had said, rumors began to circulate. The boss was furious he had lied to him. His parents disowned him, too. The last time I spoke with his mother, she said he calls every other day, drunk and crying into the phone. But this was entirely his doing, so I don't feel one iota of sympathy or remorse. It damn well serves him right. He sometimes calls and talks to Megan, so I can't block his number, but I've warned him that anything he wants to say to me can go through my lawyer. So, Megan and I and an ever so slightly younger-looking Mr. Pickles are happily back living with my parents. I taught the bird how to say Megan's name on the way back from the pet hospital, via the pet shop, and he sounds and looks just like the old Mr. Pickles. As for Megan herself, she's thrilled to be living with her grandparents. They spend a lot more time with her than her father ever did. Plus, I don't have to worry about whether or not they'll pick her up from school if they promise to do so. Alex never lifted a finger to help me with anything in the past. Now we all help out, so no one has to feel like they are doing more than everyone else. I've promised Megan that she'll never be left alone again. She really seems happier than she's ever been. She always was loved by her grandparents, and being the only grandchild means she's always the center of attention. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!